I feel like I'm losing my mind.
A portrait can be a symbol of appreciation. A post can convey unspoken support. And a moment of silence from the agency can change everything. That's what millions of BTS fans around the world are feeling, especially fans of Kim Taehyung, better known as V. Recently, a worry has emerged that has slowly turned into real anxiety. It's not because of a major rumor or a flashy scandal, but because of something seemingly small, but its impact has been profound. When V officially enlisted in the military, the public found no trace of him on HYBE's official channels. There were no posts, no messages, not even reposts like those for Jin, J-Hope, or Jimin when they enlisted. There was only a suspicious silence. This disparity in treatment didn't escape the attention of ARMY. Within hours, social media was filled with questions, worries, and even anger. Fans who have followed BTS since the beginning know all too well that HYBE consistently posts military photos of the other members, complete with warm captions and emotional support. But for Taehyung, nothing. It was as if this important moment didn't deserve space on the agency's official platform. Some fans tried to understand. Perhaps there was a promotional strategy? Perhaps exclusive content was being prepared? But day after day, HYBE remained silent. No clarification, no explanation. All that remained was speculation and a sense of betrayal. In the fan community, some even compiled a detailed chronology of how HYBE typically treated each BTS member when they enlisted. All the data showed a consistent pattern, except for Taehyung. And from this, a major assumption was born. Could this be a form of unfair treatment? Fans recalled moments when Taehyung's solo promotions felt less than optimal. From unbalanced promotional visuals, delayed merchandise release schedules, to the feeling that his projects weren't getting enough push from the label. Now, with the lack of military service photos, those feelings of injustice were fueled. What deepened this wound was the fact that military service wasn't just a formal obligation. For fans, this was an emotional moment, as their idol had to temporarily step away from the stage to serve their country. Therefore, not documenting or acknowledging this moment in official media, as was done for other members, felt like a deliberate erasure. Some fans tried to remain neutral. They hoped for a surprise from HYBE that hadn't yet been announced. However, the longer the silence, the greater the disappointment. And from there, the incredible collective power of ARMY emerged. Hashtags like #HYBEexplain and #RespectTaehyung went global overnight. Online petitions demanding clarification were posted, and in no time, thousands of people signed them. This wasn't the first time ARMY had taken a stand. They had staged global billboard campaigns, social actions, and even product boycotts to advocate for their idol. This time, it was Taehyung's turn to defend them, not because he asked, rather because he never asked, which is why fans felt they had to speak up. One of the most touching things was Taehyung's own reaction, or rather, his lack thereof. He carried out his military service calmly, with a warm smile and a mature attitude, without complaint, without sarcasm. It was precisely this calmness that further angered fans. Because for them, silence was no excuse for being hurt. In international forums, discussions began to grow. Should they send an open letter to HYBE, or create a viral thread that garnered global media attention? These concerns spread. Some entertainment industry observers even said that this could damage HYBE's image as an agency that supposedly sides with artists and fans. Several major fan sites delayed the release of their content in protest. This was a bold decision, as fan sites are the backbone of artists' visual content distribution. They sent a clear message. If we're disappointed, how will the wider public judge us? Foreign media began covering the issue. Even Japanese outlets wrote, if Taehyung can be ignored, what will happen to other artists who are not as well known as him? This question bothered many, as it touched on something deeper: trust. Now, public attention had gone beyond a single missing photo. This issue had become a symbol of fair treatment. This isn't just about Taehyung. It's about an entertainment industry system that often forgets that idols aren't just assets, they're human beings. Taehyung remains silent, remains calm, remains a mature person. But unexpectedly, from that painful silence, a massive movement emerged that transcended national borders. The campaign, which began with a hashtag and an open letter, has now transformed into a movement that spans continents. Fans from various countries have begun coordinating collective action, not only online, but also in the real world. Several international communities have held digital art exhibitions themed Honor Taehyung, featuring visual works, illustrations, and collages inspired by Taehyung's personality, artwork, and contributions as an artist and global icon. TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram are filled with tribute videos set to the song's scenery, as if conveying the message that Taehyung is still present, still shining, even when his agency chooses to remain silent. Furthermore, some armies have organized a donation campaign to support welfare programs for veterans and active duty soldiers in South Korea, as a token of their appreciation for Taehyung's military service. The funds are being raised under the name Soldier V, demonstrating that fans' love extends beyond his role as an idol to his role and sacrifice as a serving citizen. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, a number of entertainment journalists began gathering data to uncover patterns of inequality in BTS's promotions. They dug into the distribution of promotional budgets, the frequency of solo content broadcasts, and media presence. Some even attributed this neglect to HYBE's internal structure, which they deemed too centralized and lacking transparency in decision-making regarding individual artists. In one viral opinion piece, one critic wrote, HYBE has forgotten one crucial thing. Fans today are no longer passive spectators. They are the most loyal observers, recorders, and guardians. And it's true. Today's fans don't just enjoy. They observe. They judge. And when they sense injustice, they take action, with love transformed into social power. Amidst all this, Taehyung remained his usual calm self. His smiling face in his official military portrait became a symbol of elegant courage. He didn't say a word about the commotion, but perhaps that's what deepened his fans' love for him, because they knew that beneath his calm, there was immense strength, and that's why they felt compelled to stand by him. One fan wrote on social media, Taehyung is an artist, not just a celebrity. He never chases the spotlight, but the spotlight always chases him. And when he's not given a platform, we'll create one for him. Now, the world is no longer just waiting for clarification from HYBE. The world is taking note. When an artist who brings so much meaning is not appreciated by the institution that should protect him, the love of his fans takes over. This story is no longer about photos. This is a story about disparity, about a system that ignores, about small voices that band together to shake the entertainment world. And most importantly, this is the story of a man named Kim Taehyung, who continues to inspire millions without saying a word. Because in the end, unheard love is far louder than empty noise. And until the world speaks louder than silence, this fight is not over. We are not asking for much, just the justice that every artist deserves, including him, including Taehyung.